G'day guys and welcome back to another One Piece opening. Today we're going to be checking out the brand new purple starter deck, which is the One Piece Film Edition. So as you can see, we have this right here in front of us. We're going to be cracking it open, looking at the cards that we are getting, new additions for purple. But because it is an opening video today, we are doing a giveaway, and we're actually going to be giving away one of these right here. So if you do want your chance to win a sealed purple starter deck 5, make sure you like the video, you subscribe to the channel, and then let us know in the comment section what card or cards you're most excited for out of this brand new starter deck. But let's crack right into it. Let me get out the knife and we will bust it open either side. What we will be doing as well, we'll be having a look at a I guess like a budget version of this starter deck. So if you manage to get yourself 2 starter decks of these, we'll show you kind of our deck profile that we've been playing around with, because yeah, it's still One Piece product is still hard to find right now. So yeah, just a great way for people to get into play, and it can actually be a nice, fun, fairly competitive, but we'll talk about that in another video. So in the box we do get a play mat here. Probably won't be able to get it all on screen, it's going to be upside down. So yeah, we do get a play mat in there for those that are chasing one of those. On the other side is just rules, how to play. If you do want to know how to play, we do have a how to play video up on the channel. And then we've got ourselves the deck, so we'll get rid of all the rubbish there. We'll take the sleeve off there if it comes off. There we go. Right, so starting off, I believe we're just going to be having the 10 Don cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Don cards. We'll set that there. I believe these are just regular back Don cards. They are. There we go. Yep, so you get 10 of them. You need them to play the game. Right, and now let's have a bit of a deep dive into the deck right here. So first of all, we have the leader, which is Shanks. So Shanks is our 5-cost monocolor leader, which 5-cost, a 5,000 power monocolored leader with which gives you 5 life, standard that we've seen in One Piece so far. The effect is main phase. Activate once per turn. You can don -3 to give all of your film type characters 2,000 power. Spoiler, every single card in this deck is film type, so you're going to be buffing everything that you play in here. Right, next up we have Uta. So this is the one of the super rares that you get in the starter deck, and this one's probably going to be the most played card out of this starter deck in purple stuff going forward in general right now. So it is a 4-cost, 5,000 power. It does have a 1,000 counter, which is awesome, and it's a blocker. Now the other effect is really interesting. We are on block, you can don -1 to rest one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less. So that's pretty massive. Yeah, can help stop multiple swings, especially late game if you just need to survive one more turn before you can have your winning turn. But yeah, that 5,000 power you got to watch out, and the 4-cost. There's a few things that can rest that. You can swing over it or straight up remove it. Red and green, I'm looking at you guys, and then blue obviously has a bunch of bounce effects. So just keep that in mind. You do get 2 of these in the deck. The other super rare that we get is Douglas Bullet. So this monster right here is a 8-cost, 10,000 power. And the effect is, so no counter as well, the effect is once per turn you can don -4 to rest up to 2 of your opponent's characters with a cost of 6 or less, which is massive. There's not a lot of things that will be seeing multiple played that are higher than a cost of 6. The only blocker that will not be able to rest is the starter deck Kid, and then the Romance Dawn Kid as well technically, but that guy can still block when rested. So, but then this card also, when you activate this effect, gains double attack. So if you have a successful attack at leader, you're taking 2 cards off your opponent's life rather than just 1. And 10,000 is a big body to deal with. So yeah, lots of times you kind of rest 2 little blockers, swing over them, or use it to kind of rest a few characters, swing into them so that you can clear board control that way. And you do also get 2 Douglases right here. Next up, we have Ayan. I think that's how you say this one right here. But a 4 cost of 5,000 power. Its on play is you can add a Don card from your deck rested. So another form of ramp, Don ramp that purple has access to. But you do get 1, 2, 3, and 4 of these in the deck. Next up, we have a Anne, who's a 2 cost 3,000 power blocker. No counter, unfortunately, though. So the Higurashi is probably a better option because it has the same stats plus a counter. But where you can kind of toss up if you want to have this one in is with Black Maria from the starter deck. It is 1,000 power less, but it does have that 1,000 counter. I'm probably going to lean more towards a Black Maria rather than Anne in purple decks. You do get 4 Anne there as well. Next up, we have Karina. So Karina is a 2 cost, 3,000 power, 1,000 counter. Already fairly decent. But the main effect is once per turn, you can rest this character and trash 1 field card from your hand. Then if your opponent has more Don cards than you can add 2 Don cards rested from your Don deck, which is massive. Purple already has a bunch of ramp cards, but we haven't seen one where you can ramp 2 cards at the same time. Yes, you are trashing a card from your hand, so it does balance out. It's not a completely broken card, but yeah, this card is fairly good and can see some play. So we get 2 of those in the deck. Next up, we have Guild. Guild is a 5 cost 6,000 power, no counter. When attacking, you can Don -2 to draw 2 cards. So another form of draw power that purple has access to. First time we see something where, actually, not the first time we've seen drawing 2. The Queen also allows you to draw 2, then trash 1. This card's probably not going to see a lot of play because there's no counter. Don -2 can play, set you back a little bit, but nonetheless, we have 2 of those in the deck. We then also have Gordon, who is a 1 cost 3,000 power, 1,000 counter vanilla card right there. We do have 4 of these in the deck. Next up, we have Shishki, 6 cost 7,000 power, 1,000 counter. If you have 8 or more Don cards in play, this character cannot be KO'd in battle, which is huge. So as long as you're having that 8 or more, you can freely swing with this guy. There's no way they're going to be able to tack over it. The only way they're going to get rid of it is with the Doflo bounce effect or with effect removal. So your Jet Pistol combined with your Otama or Gordon, that sort of stuff. Right, and we do get 2 of those. Next up, we have Scarlet, which is 2 cost, 3,000 power. 1,000 counter, and this is effect is trigger just play this card. So a great way to kind of span the board, but I believe also the first time we've seen a character with a trigger play have a counter, which is not interesting to see. We do get 4 of these in the deck. Next up, we have Zephyr. I believe that's how you say that. It's a 7 cost, 8,000 power, no counter. The effect is when this character battles a strike attribute character, this character gains 3,000 power during the turn. So it can be good in some matchups, but most of the time it's probably not going to be a very useful card in terms of that effect. The other effect is main once per turn, you can Don -1. This character gains 2,000 power during this turn. So there are certain situations where you can get 5,000 power buff to this guy, which is a little bit insane. We do get 2 of these. Next up, we have Baccarat. 3 cost, 5,000 power, 1,000 counter vanilla right there. We have 4 of those. Next up, we have Bins, another vanilla, 4 cost, 6,000 power, 1,000 counter. Always good to have a 6,000 body out for fairly cheap. Next up, we have Buena Festa, which is a searcher. So 1 cost, no power. But it is also the only 2,000 counter in the starter deck. The on play, you can look at the top 5 cards from your deck, reveal 1 film card other than this man here himself, and add it to your hand, and then place the rest at the bottom of the deck in any order. So we do get 4 of these right here. Next up, another vanilla. We've got a 2 cost, 4,000 power, 1,000 counter, Dr. Indigo. we've got 4 of these as well. Now we're moving into the event cards. So first one that we have is Lion's Threat Imperial Earthbind. Nice long one there, which is a 3 cost. Main, you can don -2 to KO one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less. So some good, nice removal for purple right there. The trigger is you can add a Don card from your Don deck in an active position. So another form of a ramp straight out of life there. So this is another card that's probably going to see some play in some purple decks moving forward. And we do get only 2 of those in the deck. The last card in the deck and the last event is Union Armada. 2 cost counter. Up to one of your film type leader or characters gain 4,000 power during this battle. If this is a character that this effect is applied to, it cannot be KO'd for the rest of the turn, which is super good for defensive players. If there's a card that you really want to keep out, you can then play this. They can't attack over it, so they have to switch targets there. And the trigger is also a ramp. You can add 1 Don card and set it as active. So also a card that probably could see some play, but it would have to be related more so to the film rather than the general purple. And we do get 4 of them right there. Alright guys, that's the brand new purple starter deck. Once again, just a reminder to enter that giveaway. You need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know what you like best out of this deck right here. And keep an eye out for the budget 2 starter deck version of this. For those of you guys that want to get into playing but haven't been able to pick up other cards, that will be a great start for you. So stay tuned for that. But thanks you for tuning in today's video. Stay beautiful, and we'll see you all in the next one.